Hello Broncos fans, and welcome to the Denver Post Broncos game preview. I'm your host, Kerry and Keogh. The Denver Broncos will travel to Cincinnati on Sunday for Week 13 to take on the Bengals, who also find themselves entering the matchup at 5-6 on the season, but are trending in a much different direction. After 2 wins against the best 2 teams in the AFC the last 2 weeks, the Broncos enter this week's matchup with a newfound hope of redeeming their season. Yes, you naysayers out there, there's still a lot of work left to have any chance of clinching a playoff berth, but from where they were 3 weeks ago, it's a miracle the word playoffs is even being used in the Mile High City. As for the Bengals, they are on a bit of a downward slide. Entering Sunday's game, Denver is 15th in overall offense, while Cincinnati is ranked 26th. Even more impressive, Denver is ranked 10th in rushing, while the Bengals are 28th in the league. Most devastating for the Bengals is that starting QB Andy Dalton is out for the season with an injured right thumb, suffered during the loss to Cleveland last Sunday, which means backup Jeff Driscoll will be getting his first NFL start. And if Von Miller and Bradley Chubb can get out after him early, it should be easy to knock him off his game. As for the Denver offense, keeping the running lanes open for Phillip Lindsay and Royce Freeman will be key. Lindsay ranks 7th in the NFL in rushing, and where most rookies begin to hit a wall this late in the season, he has continued to shine, proving that his game is no fluke. The Bengals rank 31st in rush and pass defense, so really there is no excuse for the Broncos to score less than 30 points, a feat they have only pulled off once before this season against Arizona. Really, they just need to look like they did in the last 2 games, with Case Keenum limiting mistakes and protecting the ball. As for injuries, the Broncos will be without veterans Shaquille Barrett, who is sidelined for a few weeks with a hip injury, and Tremaine Brock, who has a rib injury. Returning to practice this week is linebacker Brandon Marshall and safety DeMonte Thomas, both of whom could be available for the game. As for the Bengals, they are expected to have their all-pro wide receiver A.J. Green back from injury just in time for the game this weekend. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. at Paul Brown Stadium and will be broadcast on CBS. It won't be an easy game, especially with the East Coast morning games tending to be Denver's kryptonite, but it's one the Broncos can win, moving themselves to a .500 record and making anything possible over the final month of the season.